Step aside, grocery store regulars. Today we're embarking on a delicious detour into the wild side of American eats. Prepare to be amazed by the bizarre, the beautiful, and the downright weird fruits that thrive right here in the USA, the kind you definitely won't find next to the apples and oranges. These aren't just oddball fruits. They're living links to America's past. They're the fruits that sustained indigenous communities, baffled early settlers, and continue to surprise foragers today. Some look like they crash-landed from another planet, while others taste like nothing you've ever experienced. So, buckle up and get ready to have your taste buds tantalized and your assumptions challenged as we explore 10 of the strangest fruits in the USA, starting with a local legend, the Mayapple. 1. Mayapple. Don't let the name fool you. The Mayapple isn't related to apples at all. This peculiar fruit, native to the woodlands of the eastern United States, is both mysterious and unpredictable. The plant sprawls across the forest floor with umbrella-like leaves, concealing the small, yellowish fruit beneath. But there's a serious catch. This fruit is only edible when completely ripe. Harvest it too soon, and it's toxic. Wait too long, and it vanishes, devoured by wildlife before most humans ever get the chance to taste it. Important safety warning. It's strongly recommended you refrain from foraging for Mayapples unless you are absolutely experienced and can positively identify the right fruit. Misidentification can cause serious health problems, including nausea, vomiting, and even more severe reactions. If you're unsure, admire it from afar. But when you do time it just right, the Mayapple delivers a unique blend of flavors, a mix of citrus, strawberry, and guava, all wrapped into one small, golden bite. Indigenous tribes once used this fruit sparingly, as both food and medicine, recognizing its powerful effects. Even today, it remains a sought-after find for foragers who know when and where to look. 2. Spiceberry. Unlike most fruits that grab your eye with bright colors or juicy textures, the spiceberry, also known as the eastern teaberry, stands out in a completely different way: its fragrance. Found in the woodlands of the eastern United States, this tiny fruit releases a warm, aromatic scent that hints at the flavorful surprise within. It's like nature's little air freshener. With a taste that blends subtle sweetness with earthy spice, it's no wonder indigenous tribes once prized it for both culinary and medicinal uses. They chewed the leaves and berries for their refreshing flavor and antiseptic properties. Beyond its unique flavor, spiceberry was traditionally brewed into teas or dried to create a natural seasoning. Some even considered it nature's original spice rack, using it to add depth to stews and preserves. But its value extended beyond the kitchen. Its crushed leaves were used as a natural insect repellent, and the oil extracted from it was used in toothpaste. 3. Pawpaw. Forget apples and oranges. America has its own creamy, delicious secret, the pawpaw. It's the largest native fruit in North America, and it tastes like a tropical custard, a mix of mango and banana, but it grows wild in the USA. So, why haven't most Americans even heard of it? The pawpaw was a staple food for Native Americans and early settlers, thriving in river valleys and dense woodlands, where its lush green fruits ripened to a soft, custard-like consistency. George Washington was even said to enjoy chilled pawpaws. The rich pulp is so delicate that it bruises easily, making it nearly impossible for large-scale grocery stores to stock. That's why pawpaws can be hard to come by. Instead, you'll find pawpaws at farmers markets, local orchards, or even at annual pawpaw festivals celebrating this forgotten treasure. Have you ever tried a pawpaw? What's your favorite way to eat it? Some people love to eat it raw, while others prefer in ice cream or smoothies. Continuing our tour of the strange and wonderful fruits of America, we'll now venture into Texas to discover the 4. Texas persimmon. Tucked away in the arid landscapes of Texas, Oklahoma, and northern Mexico is the Texas persimmon, a fruit that defies expectations. Unlike its bright orange Asian relatives, this small, inky black fruit offers a deep molasses-like sweetness with a touch of earthiness, an unexpected twist for those tasting it for the first time. For centuries, Indigenous tribes and early settlers relied on Texas persimmons for their rich flavor and nutritional value, often transforming them into jams, preserves, and even fermented drinks. But beware, an unripe Texas persimmon packs a powerfully astringent punch. And speaking of unique flavors, 5. Maypop. With a name as playful as its nature, maypops are one of the most fascinating native fruits of the eastern United States. These wild passion fruits grow on sprawling vines, their purple and white flowers creating a striking contrast against lush greenery. When ripe, the round, green fruits crack open with a satisfying pop when stepped on, hence the name. Inside, maypops hold a gelatinous, seed-filled pulp with a tangy, tropical flavor reminiscent of passion fruit. 6. Thimbleberry. Delicate, vibrant, and bursting with flavor, the thimbleberry is nature's answer to the perfect wild snack. Native to the western and northern United States, these bright red berries resemble oversized raspberries. But their flavor is even more intense, sweet, tangy, and impossibly rich. Unlike their firmer raspberry cousins, thimbleberries are incredibly soft and fragile, making them almost impossible to transport or sell commercially. Because of their fleeting nature, thimbleberries are a forager's prize, best enjoyed fresh from the bush. Now let's trek to the southwest for 7. Banana yucca. Often overshadowed by the plant's spiky leaves and striking flowers, the banana yucca fruit is one of the desert's best-kept secrets. Found across the arid landscapes of the southwestern United States, this peculiar fruit was once a vital food source for indigenous tribes who roasted, boiled, or dried it for long-term use. At first glance, yucca fruits may not seem appetizing, long, green, and leathery, but once cooked, they reveal a surprisingly sweet, jam-like texture with subtle hints of blueberry and molasses. Note that preparation is key, as raw yucca fruit can be quite bitter. 8. Osage orange. At first glance, the Osage orange looks more like a mutant brain than a fruit. Large, bumpy, and neon green, this bizarre fruit is native to the Red River Basin and has puzzled many who've encountered it. While it may not be the most inviting fruit on the outside, its history is deeply tied to both nature and human ingenuity. Unlike most fruits, the Osage orange isn't widely eaten. It's dense. Latex-filled flesh is tough and bitter. However, Native Americans once extracted its seeds, which are edible and mildly nutty. Its tree produces some of the hardest, most rot-resistant wood in North America, traditionally used for making bows, tools, and fencing. 9. Chokeberry. With a name like chokeberry, you might expect this fruit to pack a punch, and you'd be right. Also known as aronia, this deep-hued berry delivers an intense, mouth-puckering tartness that lingers long after the first bite. Though celebrated in Europe for its potent flavor and health benefits, chokeberry remains a well-kept secret in the United States, growing wild in wetlands and open woodlands. Despite its astringency, this fruit has a rich history in indigenous diets, often blended with sweeter ingredients to create preserves, syrups, and nutrient-packed pemmican. 10. Cloudberry. Hidden in the northernmost reaches of the United States, the cloudberry is a fruit as rare as it is coveted. Growing in the cold, boggy landscapes of Alaska and the Great Lakes region, this golden orange berry is a true delicacy, soft, juicy, and packed with a flavor that blends sweet apricot with a tart citrusy finish. But finding one is no easy feat. Cloudberries are notoriously difficult to cultivate, thriving only in specific conditions and producing fruit for just a short window each year. Their extreme perishability makes them nearly impossible to ship. From the toxic temptation of the Mayapple to the Arctic gold of the cloudberry, these 10 fruits prove that America's wild landscapes are full of hidden gems waiting to be rediscovered. Have you ever tasted any of these rare fruits? Or do you know of others that deserve a spot on the list? Share your experiences in the comments below. The next time you're out exploring the American wilderness, keep an eye out for these unusual and captivating treasures. You might just discover your new favorite fruit. Just be sure to forage responsibly and with proper knowledge.